YouTube. We in here. Welcome to Higher Learning. I started getting messages as soon as I do that. Welcome to Higher Learning. What's going on, y'all? Y'all back in the lab with Black Callah. I got a guest up, man. My boy Tony. He gonna come through and drop some knowledge gems on y'all. Y'all not ready. Get your books out. Get your notepad out. Get ready to press rewind because you're not ready. You're not ready for the stream of information that's about to hit y'all ass. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this for a minute. I've been waiting to get Tony on here for a minute. We got Cat in the back. We got D on the way. We giving D time to get on the way. We giving y'all time to pack in here, man. We'll just start off asking Tony, bro, how your day been? How was your day, bro?
All is planned. It's all scheduled as usual. Clockwork as usual. Everything was fluid.
Just flowing, huh?
Absolutely. Everything was in the order that it was supposed to be. When I woke up this morning, I knew I had a prerogative to get back to sleep tonight because the real work is when we're sleeping. And as you said before, it's so hard to do the work out there because it exhausts us and it brings us back to the third D and the body's just so drained and exhausted. But yes, we still got to get ready for when we're not even using this body. See, this body is but a temporary state of existence, a temporary interface. And when we get caught up in it, it lessens our value spiritually, I would think. But yeah, everything was fluid. Fluid is no side attacks, no great heartaches. Everything was fluid as perfect as it could be. How was your day, Cal?
It was pretty good, bro. Like I had to go to work. I usually don't work on a Friday and the 3D on Friday, but we had to go in and do a half a day. And at first it was really disturbing my spirit. It was just like it wanted me to get upset about it so bad that I had to be at work, and like I was fighting it. And eventually I just stopped fighting, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You don't want to be at work, but it's just 12 hours. We can always make the best of it. So every little inch I could, I just made the best of it, throw a little headphone in or something, bump some music. Whatever I had to do to just catch my own vibe, I did it. And it turned out to be a pretty good day, bro. I got off of there, stopped by the bank, life was good there. So then, I came home and, synchronicity, everything happened. As soon as I picked that portal up, which is my phone, as soon as I picked my phone up and it starts reading my energy, it starts throwing me the post that I need to see for the day, things happen the way they're supposed to happen. And boom, Cat pulled up. So now Cat's sitting here chilling in the lab. She's out.
How's Cat's day?
It's all right. Could be better.
Give us a quick minute of your day. Let's hear what a minute of how Cat felt like her day was today.
Negative energies are draining.
Just 3 words. 3 words summation.
Sorry.
That's stoic. You have little to say, but it has great gravity.
You're saying what you said, and the impact it hit. It's like you don't gotta say much, but the understanding got across. You can tell it's been dealing with negative energies.
All right, so we all got our negative energies, but the thing about negative energy is it has to be appreciated too in its own essence. Wouldn't we say?
Word, yeah. So like, what if that negative energy is causing a disturbance in your presence every day? Like it's doing something to disturb your vibration every day.
I think this is like your question is like, I think this is the best applicability to play devil's advocate is that as far as negative energies are concerned, is that in physics we see represented in the third dimension is that things that go further have ups and downs.
Yeah.
Cyclical nature in things allows for longevity in motion. And as far as like understanding what is the nature of perpetual motion, similar to that of the spin of a galaxy, like that's where we have to eventually like put our consciousness towards, the same way that we can identify with the dog in our room and understand the trials and tribulations of a dog because we're a higher species of a dog and our consciousness resonates higher than that. It's like we would like to aspire in the microcosm to understand the macro and try to understand what's the concept of millions and millions of years of consciousness. And that's how we get out of our own schisms and, you know, identify better with the ants on the ground and step out the side of the way for a beetle that we are not used to looking at.
Facts. I definitely do that. Definitely help moths to back out the door and shit. Yeah, most definitely. Definitely I'm not as unconscious as I used to be when it comes to just that, the little tiny life that you don't think about on the usual, on the day. I'm definitely way more in tune with that beetle now than I used to be. Trust me, it happens at work all the time. Like where I work at, I got millipedes that crawl up under the wall. And I walk by them all day. I'm like, excuse me, pardon me, my bad. Then when I see one dead, man, I feel so bad. I'll be thinking it was me. It's probably not me.
Well, just as, you know, the bigger of things, do you think the bacteria thinks about you getting ready to wipe your hand with antiseptic, you know, alcohol? It's like, oh shit, look at that bottle of antiseptic. You know, obviously it can't read, but obviously it's like a little piece of bacteria. We don't see the comet or the quasar coming at this planet at whatever spectrum of speed. We're not going to resonate with that.
We're not even going. Man.
I remember I saw this one like illustration, and it was like a knockoff of Scooby-Doo, and it was like they were at like a ski resort, and Fred was sitting there talking to Shaggy in the early morning, and then Shaggy's packing a bowl for Fred and whatnot, and then and then they pan out to look at the galaxy, you know, to look at the Milky Way, and then you see the shooting star protrude from a central portion inside of the nebulous mass, and then jut towards what would seem like, from the perspective of the camera, to shoot off center, and just like, and Shaggy says some shit to Fred like, I just saw a meteorite go from the dragon's tail and shoot out across XYZ, and he was like, I thought it was about to hit Earth. And then as he prepares the bowl and he passes it to Fred, he says, sire. Because in Scooby-Doo, Fred is the alpha male. You know, yeah. Shaggy's the aloof stoner. And then when he lifts it up, and here comes Velma out of the tent. She's, Scooby Snacks? And it's just like me, and then the scene cuts, you know, and it was like this weird bubbly illustration. It was completely nothing like the 1970s illustration at all, not all soft, and it was like bubbly and like not really, you know, attractive illustration.
And I didn't want to see it, but the crackhead version of Scooby-Doo, they all jiggly and wavy and shit. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about.
It's not really a crackhead version because the music they had playing in the background was contemporary to that day and era. It was like some Woodstock, you know, side B music that I don't even know the name of, you know, whatsoever. But like it was sounded like some chill, like Jerry Garcia shit, you know, some Grateful Dead shit, some, you know, some of that, you know, Fish, PHISH, you know, that vibe out that way, you know. I ain't got too much like touch with that, but it was like that soft strumming guitar and a very soulful fucking, you know, white macadamia nut brother, you know, laying the vocals on it, you know.
Yo, we talking about Scooby Doo still? Yeah, we still talking about Scooby Doo. I need to see that shit, man.
If I could look through my fucking shit, I'll go ahead and send that to you, bro. Because it's like a vibe, because you hear this like music in the background and it chimes in, and it's just like they're about to pack a bowl, they're about to go discover, like, who the hell is the one, you know, destroying all of the fortune teller kiosks in the ski resort. And you know, they're not even waking up for the day yet, and it's like it's a vibe. And then, you know, they're about to pack a bowl and get right, you know, and then here comes Velma, Scooby Snacks, and it's just like, yeah, that kind of looks like what it would be in real life.
Yo, like, do you do that? Do you, like, when you watch shows and whatnot, you imagine the off camera of a show, but it's impossible because it was like an animated? You get what I'm saying? Or like
Oh, absolutely. I did that since I was a shorty, especially like Toy Story. Toy Story really did that to me more than anything, because it like gave me a thought that like I pick up my toys and I give them personification and a narrative. I'm sorry, I'm so horrible about centering. I give them a personification and a narration. So like when I leave, who's the one giving them personification and narration? I was the thought being giving them voice. Who is it when I don't give them voice anymore?
Yeah.
Being that the narrator was the first person to give them voice, now I know of Woody and Buzz Lightyear, but who is the one doing this now when I leave the room?
Like,
and so that was yeah.
Shit. Those spirits and I know for a fact I done put something down and then like I come back and it be over here. Now I know I ain't got the dementia or Huntington's or nothing like that. So I've been trying to figure out, you know, maybe it's either like you said, a poltergeist, or what if those, you know, those objects have become sentient because I've left so much trace energy on it. Depending on the object. I ain't saying like big furniture's moving around or nothing like that, but shit like car keys.
Oh, so you're like talking like that Harry Potter Horcrux type thing, like imprinting.
Yeah. Like,
well, yeah, we're definitely capable of that. We do that usually in a high emotional state, along with a high emotional event that's like specific to our culture and specifically to how people consider that event. So like that's what charges making things like that, like a Horcrux. You charge something, you make a ritual, or there's a event that happens, and then emotional content is laid upon that. That's how you imprint on objects, and you see things like where it would be like a car that you can't gift somebody because people keep dying in it and shit, but the car ain't all that fucked up. Yeah, like weird stories like that.
Like like a dresser or some shit that's haunted, shit like that.
Yeah, but I personally, I don't know if there's not. I think that's more of the human ushy mushy stuff about it that makes that way for those objects, like the stories that are around, the lure that entices that object to have that ability. I believe that's more of the humanity there in comparison to something like, let's say, a haunted place, whereas that's just more of just life happening. Who's to say that horses and gorillas can't haunt a place, and that you don't feel a torrent wind through a location?
Be mad crazy. Hold on, pause. A 300-pound gorilla haunting
with a U and an A. Yeah, A in the front, U in the back. Yeah, haunting. Like think about it. Like haunting a village area in Africa.
Gertie's getting like, okay, so yeah, like Ghost in Africa.
Or running, that spirit's running through torrently, creating circles in a room. You ever seen gorillas like throw a fit or present themselves to other males inside of an capture? They'll go ahead and do like this cartwheel maneuver and they'll just like cartwheel maneuver all around the encapture, taking up the most space. Now think about, if you just take a body out of there, what does that do? You're moving ether, moving this ether, what the Greeks called was ether. And there was this metaphysical principle that, people weren't trying to listen to Einstein about. Once he said, oh, wait a second. Yeah, there's a missing anomaly here. Even Einstein himself had to backtrack and say, yeah, there's a missing anomaly not being attributed to this understanding of how energy is perpetually transferred through our reality.
Yeah.
Now we see it as a spiral. We see it as a spiral constantly. It's always the spiral. It's that Fibonacci spiral. It's always that spiral, whether it be the galaxy moving through the fucking universe, or whether it be our solar system moving around the belts of the galaxy, or the water going down the drain in your bathtub, or the very way that your blood vessels flicker off of every time a gate in your heart whether it be one of your ventricles or either in your chambers in your heart, they flicker the cells off so that they create micro vortices to maintain blood pressure sustained in between the cells themselves as they go through the blood vessel, to maintain pressure going up to our brain above our heart. And that's a certain anomaly that mammals achieve for some reason, usually better than reptiles. Well, also it's because reptiles don't create bone marrow as fast as we do. And also they don't have technical hearts like ours. Our hearts are very technical in the way that the muscles act. They literally flicker off the gates as they eject out of our heart to cause micro spirals in through the heart, in through the blood. And that maintains that internal pressure. That's something that's like, okay, so we see spirals from the smallest of things to the biggest of things.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. I'm sitting here imagining the liquid blood flowing through you in a micro spiral, and it's all just like that. Like it just do that. Like it's just like that. Like you don't gotta program it, you don't gotta mold it, you don't gotta shape it, you don't gotta nurture it. It just do that.
We couldn't shoot a bullet straight out of a barrel until we spiraled the barrel.
Hell yeah, fact. We couldn't screw a screw.
We couldn't get to great depths until we understood the spiral.
Facts.
We couldn't understand getting to space until we told the shuttle to spiral.
The spiral, bro.
Tool has a really great song, man. Tool. There's this one song. What is it? It's come on. And I'm a little off brand with Tool. Tool's that ish.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been that ish, but they're talking about the spiral. And the Fibonacci sequence, when I get to understand what the Fibonacci sequence, it's really the feminine aspect of creation in comparison to the golden phi ratio was the masculine aspiration mathematically in creation. And the golden ratio is very clear cut. It's a perfect way that you could segment a line congruently into itself forever and expand it forever. And Fibonacci, she is desperately trying to make it eventually. But the beauty of it is the fact that when they become in their most outer exponent, the X expressions, we can't even tell the difference between Fibonacci and phi anymore. So that's when they become one, the unity of masculine and femininity. That's when it becomes perfect at that ratio aspect. That's the circling of the square. And this aspect goes back to like Chinese esotericism, the circling of the square. And this is like proportions to like the concept of when the human body will achieve ratio proportions that are to the perfect consciousness of the third dimensional reality to achieve what would be fifth dimensional consciousness. And I keep hearing this thing being said that like fourth dimensional consciousness is a realm that we don't want to linger in too long, which we're currently in, because we understand the aspect of time. We have a concept of time that no other species has here on this planet. We think of tomorrow differently. Now, needless to say, we can always attribute and look at like a mother dog. A mother dog. And we would say that a mother dog, she thinks of the future because she has puppies. And she also is capable of math because she remembers how many puppies that she gave birth to. She does. Think about it. You know, a female cheetah, she remembers she gave birth to 3 cubs. She knows when one of them cubs is sick. And if you watch documentaries, a cheetah knows how to count. Therefore, a cheetah knows how to do math. Most mammals know how to do math. Most mammals know how to do math. And
Okay,
this is
so
a concept of consciousness that people don't talk about for animals.
that's deep though. I never even thought about that.
I mean, you just gotta extrapolate the concepts. See, people don't want you digging in consciousness topics. They don't want you doing that because then people are gonna start getting feelings about the shit that they did and they can't get over their guilt.
Fact.
But give
You
it to
gotta,
me. What you got going on, man?
gotta dig deep. I
There
thought
you
I
go,
put,
lateralis. There you
yeah,
go. That's it right there. Yep.
yeah, I had to put it up for anybody watching. My boy Callah said he thinks it's wild and does it all on his own. He thinks it's wild it does it all on its own. Yeah, I think he's talking about the spiral and the Fibonacci sequence and how they merge. I think that's what he means. I mean, at the same time, it's not all on his own. At the same time, too, it's all. It's the divine, bro.
It's the all. It's
Yeah,
the all. It's this divine intelligence.
that's the crazy
See,
part. It's like it
our,
might.
our circulatory system looks like lightning strikes. Our fingerprints look similar towards the grains of a tree, and the rings when you cut a tree trunk cross section looks very similar to the rings in our fingerprints. There's designs in nature that are replicable into things that are completely what we would think would be unrelative at all. And this is the essence of the stem of origin and creation. Origin and creation has been blasphemed upon in churches and doctrines throughout all times. And they have given us half truths and full lies. And the essence of the half truths and full lies is to give fruition towards their doctrines. They will use some of the esoteric knowledge to their benefit in order for their churches to stand up, in order for riches to laden their coffers, in order for their political leaders, in order to get into positions for the church to execute and exude certain agendas that would be counter conducive towards the revelation of consciousness of the common person. Because throughout times they've wanted to stunt our consciousness, because if our consciousness got too high in the masses, we would just get angry and be like, we're done with this and we're finished. You can't tell us not to plant crops in our own home. Who's going to come kill us when we tell us we can't plant crops in our own home? You're going to tax us? Because this has happened over and over again when our consciousness has become too self-sufficient. And we just looked at reality for what it was and didn't allow lies to be truth.
Right. Do you think we're more awake than ever now, or you think we're more asleep?
We go through cycles. That's my answer, bro.
Like right now in the present, like as a collective consciousness, do you think?
How far back we talking? Like what you talking? So like again, it's all cyclic, man. The sun has cycles. The earth has cycles. Humans have cycles. The universe has cycles. It'll big bang, expand out, and then come back to singularity again. And then big bang, expand out, and then come back to singularity again. And then constantly refine itself. Because in this greater program, all it wants is constant refining. That's alchemy, is to refine oneself, to refine all of your energy, to make yourself into gold internally. I still smoke cigarettes. I still drink beer. I just have researched what are these modalities because I wanted to find the real world Jedi, and the real world Jedi would assume that the same modalities that it would be to refine ourselves would be similar to what God does to itself. Hey, Velez, what's up, Velez? One of your peeps came through, bro.
Good, I see him. I put it up there for. I'm letting you continue though. I just want them to know I'm acknowledging them too. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everything. For sure. But I didn't want you to stop. I didn't want you to stop your rant. I love listening, man.
cycles, man. So if we're gonna talk about consciousness and like waves, because that's the only way if I've understood it, because I don't think we are at the height and I don't think we are at the depth. I think we have been operating more in this average capacity right here for the last 4,000 years, 6,000 years, 8,000 years, up to 12,000 years ago, when we're really talking about like the Globeki Tepe establishment, like after the sixth Younger Dryas period, to like really talk about like that's what our reference point is right now, is like 12,500 years ago for an established society that could cause for mathematical recognition into the stars and then make structures on the earth that would catalog that so that they would have a greater understanding of the microcosm to the macrocosm to the microcosm. And that is something for me that is like what establishes at least a consciousness of, hey, look how small I am, but look how big we can be. And I would say 12,500 years ago would really establish for me what would think that like we've been at this faculty, your faculty, all of our faculty in this range of autism to Down syndrome to whatever. In this faculty, we've been this way, I would believe, up to 2,500 years, because I am of this time and I can grip these concepts. I've been subjected to the same fast food, inoculations, GMO. I drink beer, smoke cigarettes. I'm exposed to, I ingest jet exhaust as a fucking profession. I'm not discrediting anybody else's capacity whatsoever. I'll never judge a book by its cover. So yes, we've been this way for 12,500 years at least established. And when we think about the pharmaceutical professionals and technicians, when we think about the subatomic particle accelerators of CERN out there in Sweden, right there next to Davos World Economic Forum, right there next to pharmaceutical, right there next to Blackwater, blah, 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 like damn, Davos, like y'all really got it popping, huh? Y'all just like bold with it, man. And then so I'm just putting it to like, we got those sorcerers over there engaging in that's a type of sorcery. The white lab coat should just be looked at as the brown hooded mage, pointy hat, you know, like it's only changed its dress, it's only changed its uniform for the time. So this is it's all about an aspect of perception. When once a person gets past the perception of things, then they open themselves to see things for what they truly are. And the saddest part about it, and this is very taboo to say it in these circles, is it doesn't stop. Like you can't take these off. They stay on, and you just have to smile and be fake. And like you told me today too, Cal, is that like ego death thing. Like when we can truly ego death, that's when we get past putting the glasses on for the first time. I didn't understand that, and I'm still going through that right now, because I'm still over here thinking like, man, I can't talk to this person because they're just gonna take all my ideas and then twist them up and say, hey, this guy thinks if you lick a crystal, you know, you could fly away. Like and I'm like, nah.
A lot of people don't understand how subtle the influences we speak of are. Like, what I mean is, like, they think you pick up a crystal and like you're supposed to immediately, like, you know, develop a superpower. It don't work like that. Like, you might feel a subtle energy. If you have the ability to clairvoyance or clear audience, hear something like that, then you might feel or hear something. But usually, you know, it's not like a loudspeaker. It's like, hey, you're sharing infinite energy, infinite earth energy with me. No, it's not gonna scream it out. It's just
right.
It's real subtle.
And it takes time too.
Yeah, that too.
And there's so many, actually, man, there's so many variables. It's all about the modality. The modality. So if you were to use lesser magic, something similar towards the cultural aspects of druidic magic, like Celtic magic, or if you were to use something towards the realm of, let's say, like skull and bones, haphazard alchemical thelema type shit, like invoking an elemental and imbuing an individual with an agenda. Your name to this rite and this ritual is blah. This is your bondage to blah. You will execute blah. And this is like said to like what people like John Kerry or who John Biden, like these people who are like former Skull and Bones members, what they've like really have like done is like they have a mission statement written against a name that only these individuals know them by. And they have to exude these agendas because this is the greater mission of Skull and Bones, or the greater mission of the Rosicrucians of this degree order, this chapter, wherever, or the Order of the Golden Dawn, or these people, they have their own little mission agendas. And it's people like us that they really don't like because we're encroaching on just knowing. We're encroaching.
That's it. Just know.
We're just encroaching on perhaps knowing. And the fact that we're tapping in, we're influencing their power and we're pulling away from it because we're the greater collective. When the greater collective knows what this is, eventually when mass consciousness takes on, the only unified word that will be in our head is love. Because we all just want peace. Everybody just want to live and eat and be happy and smile and chill. I believe ultimately we all don't want anxiety and depression and hypertension and fucking hyperthyroidic issues, hypothyroidic issues. We don't want, we don't want eczema, psoriasis. We don't want, afflictions with our knees. We don't want interfaces with mRNA vaccines. We don't want, you know what I mean? Like all that shit. We don't, it'll destroy a lot of shit real fast. Like, for example, we saw all these processing plants get destroyed, bro. Think about it. We saw all these processing plants, these food distribution agencies get sabotaged. But then we also saw the Georgia Guidestones get blown the fuck up. Talk to me, bro. Like, we saw that in coalition with this. It's like, wait, does this seem like shit that, like, the New World Order really wants us to know because they're doing it? Or is it because they got to let us know because it's happening and they still need their shit to fly through too? Because the Georgia Guidestones was literally an agenda to think about like compartmentalizing humanity into regional aspects, like a greater like commune, like a greater cattling of human beings.
You've been seeing them 15-minute cities? That remind me of the 15-minute cities that's been popping up. I was going to talk about that on one of these lives.
And, and so the Georgia Guidestones blew up. And what happened? It went from Agenda 21 to Agenda 30 on the World Economic Forum. They immediately rerouted themselves. They're like, oh, shit, the Galactic Federation, whomever. Yeah. I personally would like to think it's an aspect or an idea of a Galactic Federation that would interject right there and just be like, yeah, we can't have that real quick. You're getting a little too crazy with the regular folk. You're not abiding by the rules too much. It's you're not letting them get angry proper for the game to be played right.
Nobody was there.
I mean, they would say that the Galactic Federation interjected on that one nuclear malfunction in Japan when they had that one reactor tumble.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what ufologists in certain tight esoteric circles that really have a good tinfoil brand, like real good Reynolds wrap,
It was higher on the catastrophic scale than just a bomb.
But I've also heard of a story where it was like Israel's Unit 8200, Unit 8200, they went ahead of their Air Force. Israel, so Unit 8200, just for a little context,
Yeah,
Unit 8200
some
is
context.
like a, what's up, boss?
No, you good. I'm just coming in. You good? Keep talking. Give us that context.
All right, so
You know what Unit 80
Unit
What's up?
so Unit 8200 is an informational logistics military division in Israel. So Israel, being the small country that it is, surrounded by all these Arab nations, they really have to use everything that their populace is capable of. They will use fully or low capacity, or how would one say this in a PC culture? Um, you know, highly expressive autistic individuals, and they would exploit the niche abilities of the ones who had those one or two powerful sensibilities towards seeing objects and images and recognizing things and patterns very easily. And they would do that with like satellite images with autistic individuals and say, hey, where do you see a tank? Can you see a tank camouflaged? Can you see artificial camouflage on a tank from this cut section of a 200-acre area? And that's what Israel would do with their autistic individuals. They would be segmented into the lower division, which would be called Roj Gadon, I believe it is, which is small head, small brain. They would be in that division of 8200, which is a specific information department of 8200. Roj Gadon would be like you and I as well. We are technicians. We are technician types. We can think as laborers. We can extrapolate to the higher big picture and act in with an intent of a higher platform of plan. But as far as like geopolitical global shit, we don't need to know that for what our job entails, right? Roj Gadol, on the other hand, the highly operating non-autistic individuals of 8200, they would be the type that would make Iran's nuclear centrifuges. They would hack into their database and then make the centrifuges spin at higher RPMs about 15 minutes prior to the actual strike. And then their logistic divisions, that their informational security divisions, their pen testers, their social engineers and whatnot, they would go ahead and get in that database and also make the alarm sound off intermittently for 2 hours before the Air Force would even strike. So they'd be having fucking false calls 2 hours before the airstrike. So they're picking up their weapons, putting down their weapons, picking up their weapons, putting down their weapons, picking up their weapons, putting down their weapons, and then finally boom, 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 and shit's getting fucked up.
The real thing. That's crazy.
And that's how they work. And when I come around to like seeing like the perception of how these global matters really are panning out and how these certain countries are making pinpoint moves, they're making certain moves that are also in relevance to ancient prophecies. Israel, the sons of Jacob, the sons and daughters of Jacob, they have to exude certain prophecies like building the third temple, becoming the technological and warfare supremacy of the new world. On one of the tenets upon their prophecies, though, is that the name that the Gentiles would use for Jesus, for Esau, as the dark Kabbalists would understand it, the dark Kabbalists, the ones who follow the doctrine of Chabad Lubavitch, he has a National Education Day revered to him all across the country in like 48 states. Chabad Lubavitch, dark Kabbalist, believes all Gentiles are going to serve Jacob one day, serve the house of Jacob. And in order for that to happen, certain prophecies have to happen, and some tenets have to be met. And one of them is that the name for Esau, Jesus Christ, Esau being the derogatory name for Jesus Christ, Yeshu, or to be the root for Yeshua, is allegedly a transcription of the term "he who should not be named." I don't know how that works. I don't speak Hebrew.
Yeah.
Adam Green is the researcher that would stem this. Adam Green. and I can go ahead and get you a link for him if you like. I mean, like, this guy is a 6'4" Anglo-Saxon. You know, he's called a people don't even know what he looks like. They would say he hates white people and Jews. Like, the dude gets like so much persecution for like just saying, for just like basically putting it out there. And Chabad Lavoyevich, there's videos of him on YouTube spewing hate, like spewing Christian hate. I'm not a Christian. I don't think I really am a Christian, but
And
yeah.
honest, I guess, because of the truth in all religions. I think you do believe that. I know I believe there's truth in all religions, that each religion holds some kind of valuable takeaway that we can definitely tap into. Because I've definitely read a few of their doctrines. I haven't practiced a lot, but what I have practiced and who I have put my energy into, I have responses back, or like a blessing will come into my life, or like, so yeah, definitely with the humbleness. There's definitely truth in everything. There's also deception in everything too, as above, so below. So each one comes with its own little goodie bag of goods and bads, do's and don'ts. It's just like what we always been taught. Well, you take away what you like, and then you leave what you don't. That's kind of what I do. Just put you on, put y'all on a little bit. That's kind of what I do. I decide what aligns with me and what doesn't. But if it's love and light and prosperity, then it aligns with me. It's plain and simple. I don't align with negativity. I ain't lose you, did I? I hope I ain't lose you.
No.
Yeah, going on rents. It's like sometimes I gotta say what I gotta say.
What did we say in the beginning though? We were talking about the purpose of negativity though. Like negativity has its purpose though. We cannot have a tinge of like emotional sensibility to it other than just like, this sucks, and then move on. I mean, like, you have two sides to you. You emit negativity. We emit negativity. We all do. We have that attribute in us. And then to shun away from it in disgust is similar to like what I would think is like someone living fearful in the moment of their death, rather than just finding peace that it's the moment of their death. And you feel me? Like I don't know. It's like that's something for me, dude. It's just like,
it's definitely, I feel it. It's different. That's a different way of thinking. There definitely is a different way of thinking. I'm sitting here trying to wrap my head around how can I apply that to like my everyday life, you know? Because yeah, there are times I am negative.
right? Because this duality of reality that we live in is constantly on the basis of this or that. Now, when we find areas we can possibly get to the center of a sort of contrast, yeah, there's possibilities. Some areas there are possibilities, because where's the fine line between hot and cold? There is none. No, it's a matter of polarity of perspective. Where's your center line on your pendulum? Know thyself. One has to know thyself to have an aspect of reality, to have a border baseline. And this is where, when people get to coming to understand any of this information, if they don't know thyself whatsoever, if they're influenced by elementals, if they're moved by spirits, if they are fearful in most of their life, and they're just hand sanitizer wiping and fucking and just like, you know, can't look a person in the eye because they're afraid their soul might imprint on them, you know, because they have so much anxiety and self-consciousness and just oh my God, I have all these voices in my head and I can't hear my own, and my spirit isn't stronger than all the spirits that have imprinted upon me. Like, if that person moves through the world that way, they may appear as like an NPC, but ultimately most of us are just going through afflictions of residual energy of other individuals, and people do not know what their pendulum is. They have never experienced a baseline or ever thought to sit down and just listen to their breathing.
That was me for a long time, bro. You hit me in the head for me. Because for a long time, everything you just described.
We are not our thoughts. Exactly. We are not our thoughts. They come and go, but the I, it stays. The I observes the thoughts. The me has the thoughts. The thoughts are simply an expression of the moment. The I is eternal, while the me is ego. As I've understood it, I read a book by the name of Four Agreements, written by an author by the name of Don Miguel Ruiz. Very easy read. And he's got a good series behind him as well. But I've heard of the story of the Naacal, the Naacal, and that they're one of the order of Lemuria, and which was the first grand design of Thoth, the individual contemporary to Abraham, known also as Enoch, known also as Hermes Trismegistus. Thoth, he is said to have established the first higher order of the Lemurians, and he used the Sephiroth as the diagram to make energetical spiritual nodal points in the region of this island belt in the Pacific, which were supposed to be in tandem with Japan through Hawaii, cutting around cross down to Chile of South America. This was supposed to be the expanse of this island belt, allegedly, in the story of Lemuria. And that it would be that those who would bring the Hebrew religion were those who filled in a 10th spot within the Sephiroth in this greater energetical. I mean, this is far-fetched, but in this story, this is how it's proposed. And this is like a greater emerald tablet conscription. This is all narrated by a man by the name of Jordan Sparks. And when I heard of this, and I've heard of this also in tandem with Don Miguel Ruiz, a Mexican man who claims to be of the higher order of Naacal, Naacal, which is the exact same spelling that this guy Jordan Sparks used in this page on YouTube called Spirit Science. Back when I found it back in 2016, he had a following group of roughly about 500,000. Right now, he probably has something upwards of 1.9 million followers or 1.8 million followers. And though he has also been charged fast, and I have to say this openly in this group, he's confessed to sexual charges. He did push himself onto a woman without authorization, and so he also confessed to it. I have to admit that in the energies of the spirit, and the fact that he says these knowledges, which are universal between I've read and other sources, so he's not spewing BS. He knows what he's talking about. He just let his bestial form take over him.
Yeah, and probably getting attacked, bro. Like the highest people would get attacked. I'm not taking.
He may have been attacked, but that's the thing. That's the thing, man. We're not ignorant no more, man. We're not ignorant no more. There's some shit you can't do no more. Yellow man, nobody move, nobody get hurt, nobody move, nobody get hurt. Kingsman used to do me not do no more. He literally said that shit straight out. Like, hey, I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. You know, like that's what he was saying. I'm not saying I say that. Like I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. Yeah, I am all that. I eat all the beef. But dude said that. He said that. I'm like, okay.
I think that's what it takes though. Like I do that, and to just live that truth, that's hard. Like, stop smoking every day. I don't smoke. I'll go a good little bit. I start feeling that hankering, I give in to self. I give in to my lower self, and I go pop me. Man, that's the everyday struggle, though. That's the up and down struggle. I mean, nobody's perfect. I don't constantly buy the high ass frequency. Sometimes I go low. I do want to go smoke. Like you said, we do have a little drink. I don't even drink. I never drink, but some of us do have a drink. You know,
I
but
got some minor technical difficulties on this side. Give me a second.
it's finding self. I think earlier you said being grounded, or no, not being grounded. Um, your your pendulum. You said something about your pendulum.
Controlling the pendulum.
Yeah, controlling your pendulum and knowing who you are, what you want, where you want to go. We have to do that shit. We have to constantly work on that shit. That's something else I had to say. Another banger. I need D here to drop my bangers. Where D at? I need D here to drop the fucking explosion on my bangers. That's a lot of work. I don't like sitting up here by the computer. But we definitely have to constantly work on it. You constantly should be praying. Whoever you pray to, I'm not gonna tell you who to pray to, but you should.
Yeah, I gotta grab my caduceus real quick, bro.
All right, bro.
I'm about to chime right back in like not even like 10 minutes.
All right, right away.
Wide awake.
Wide awake. I said right away. That's been like magic carpet right away. He didn't get it though. He didn't get it. What's up, Cat? Man, you been quiet like that. We're talking to a genius up here. What's up?
Take it all in.
Yeah, that's a lot of it.
Munching.
I told you, he's good at it. He is very, very informed. He was blessed. He's an information hub. If you want to learn, that's who you go to. That's one of my mentors. That's somebody that teaches me on the daily. Cat, I gotta run to the bathroom. I'm gonna let you get it. You got it. Just sit here and vibe. Look, you got homies. You got homies. Just sit here and vibe. I'm sure they'll love each other. Hey, I got you, man. I got you, Khalil. I am not my thoughts. Sure. Definitely feel it. About to go get a bathroom. So let's go outside. Cat all nervous, y'all. She's still nervous. She be fine. And then when the camera come on, she just get nervous. Stage fright. Y'all would too. Y'all came up here. Y'all be nervous too, man. It's all right. We'll get my legs back. Even I get nervous. I told y'all what happened last week, right before I went live. My stomach started getting butterflies. Heart started beating real fast. Head was racing. I was getting hot. I was getting hot fast. And it was all because I knew I had to hold it for y'all. Like I wasn't thinking about it, but in the back of my subconscious, in the back of my mind, like I was aware that I was about to be on live by myself. And then like, you know what I'm saying? This one is recorded, two people watching now and they're gonna watch later. And you just but nah, you just gotta let it flow. You just gotta be real, be honest. You literally have to just be yourself, especially on it. Especially on it. Because it'll be hard to maintain a personality for 8 hours. Nah. Maybe if you're a good actor. They mean acting, working towards something. Let me say that. You just never He said the act of working towards something implies the opposite. What you mean by that? You want to come up and talk about it? What you mean by that? The act of working towards something implies the opposite. Because I kind of get it. I mean, sometimes you working towards stuff, you actually working your way from it. If you're not in alignment, but when you're in alignment, you working toward your purpose. You know that. I get what you're saying. Okay, so you literally mean to manifest yourself into the situation real time as of now, like as of you're already there. Whatever the situation is, it's not you're not working toward it. It's already there. If you assume you're working toward it, then you're gonna struggle to get to it. Big facts. Big facts because I feel that. I pick up what you're putting down. It is an important thing to think. Like you think towards goals, if you put yourself there already, like you already have, like you already obtained, it'll bring it to you that much faster because you're aligning your frequency with whatever that thing is. You get that?
Right.
That's fine. Because that's fine. See, I need to be on the soundboard, bro. Give y'all head claps and drop bombs on y'all. Kill me. Y'all be killing it. I'm gonna get this thing going. I don't know where the bomb at. See, my boy's so much better for that. My boy D, he's so much better. But what's up, man? How y'all doing? What's good with y'all? We got Cuz. Cuz over here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Callah. What's up with you? It's been an alright day for me, man. I ain't did much. I got off work. I've been sitting in the same spot ever since. That's why I look like this. Been sitting in the same spot ever since. It's just one of them days. Ain't really have nothing to do. I feel like getting active. Homie over here pulled up. Cat pulled up. Figure we hop on live real quick, do a couple hours real quick. We're not gonna be able to hop on tomorrow. Well, it's not gonna be an official show tomorrow either. Today's not an official show. I named it episode 7, but it don't feel right. For real. So we might just let this one ride. Just doing a check-in with y'all. We're just checking in, checking up. You got 2 of your 3 co-hosts. They like mushroom extract on it. So like they're not full mushrooms, but they got extracts from it. I don't know. It's gonna be our first time taking. We'll take some. Starting to get some shrooms. We're moving in the fall. We're starting to get into that cool breeze weather. You can sit outside and not get bit up by mosquitoes and shit. So, good, bro. Dead time. That's what's up, bro. I feel you. Just getting about time for the shroom season. Take some shrooms, sit outside and meditate. I've never done that. I ain't done that. I have yet to meditate on shrooms. Every time I do shrooms, I start feeling hella talkative and hella creative. I want to create something, talk about something. You gotta sit down and meditate. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Got to keep the vibrations high. Like that's that's been my main goal. Stay positive. Stay stay in alignment with myself, with my higher self. I know people probably got questions about like what higher self is. I don't want to dive into it on this episode, but in the future, I will like go over notes. I'll show y'all my notes. We'll go through shit I got saved, stuff I got saved, notes I saved that I want to spit to y'all, but it's got to be in the right setting, the right show. Like, I can't give it all to you. Wrong way to build it today. I can't give it all to you right now. The geniuses I'm bringing on here and showing y'all, I'm doing that on purpose. I'm doing that for you. The people on their paths to enlightenment, I'm bringing them to y'all on purpose, like for a reason. If you go back and watch previous episodes, everybody that came up here, they've been special. Everybody that came up here, they've been, y'all got all kind of names for it. Tapped in, woke, damn, enlightened, damn. Conscious, whatever you want to call it. But it's everybody that I'll take a lesson from. That's the dope part. It's everybody that I will take a lesson. And they all impact me in a way every time. Every time they got something to say, it's a little gifted in what they say. You tune in on it. Play it back, man. When y'all play it back, or for the people that's just now watching, you know now. The people that's just now watching it back, and we didn't end the live, that's what I mean. Everybody I bring on the stage, we're gonna drop a message that's for somebody else. That's how this is supposed to. What up, Tristan? I see you, my boy. Appreciate you. I see you, my boy. That's my boy. Another one of my mentors. They gather up. They gather up on you. You know it's real. When your angels start gathering up on you, you know it's real. How you know they gathering up on you, Cal? They gonna move shit in your life real quick. Stuff gonna happen real quick. You gonna meet random people, and spirit gonna tell you to sit here and talk to this person. Spirit gonna make the situation happen to where you gotta stay and talk to whoever it is that's accepting the role as your God. If they're willing to drop their knowledge on you, they are accepting the role. Know that. Because like there's been people I know have the information. There's been people I know they was on something greater. Like they knew just the way they carried themselves, but they was gatekeeping. Or I wasn't the right student for them. So, I wasn't the right student for them. So when you're ready to become a student, you put that energy out there, and then they pick up on it. And like it might not necessarily be like, hey, I'm your student, notepad and pen, and then you're ready to learn. It might just be you call a buddy and talk to them every day. Talk to them every other day. And you ask for advice and you gave it to them. It'd be stuff like that. And you really just gotta discern. Because I've had people too who I thought was like gonna be my teacher before, but then later on down the line, it's not gonna be just either like a bad habit they got that I don't align with, or like I don't want to say don't want to talk to me, because sometimes I got the kind of mentors that'll talk to me. They'll like say something, and then we'll go a couple weeks without talking on some Miyagi shit. Like it seems like they don't want to talk to you, but it's not that. It's just they might be having something to do. They might be protecting their energy, or they might be teaching somebody else something. It's all things going on. They just don't take stuff so personal. Look for self growth. Are you a mentor that's willing to teach? And then learn everything you can from. Word. The best way to learn is to teach. Tristan said best. Most definitely. What you getting out of this, guy?
I feel like the best way to learn is to teach. You do the best to teach your learning stuff, or maybe figuring out something you didn't know.
Hey, right with that, man. Like as I sit here and do this, as I sit here in the podcast, and just ramble and talk to you, I definitely be teaching myself. I listen back, I play this back, and like I'll say something to myself, and I'm like, I was talking to me. I wasn't even talking to me. It happens a lot. It happens all. We always self-reflecting. We always looking at the mirror. I'm glad y'all. We got viewers. We got cat. We got my dog. I'm about to fucking take it. Hope they don't put me to sleep, bro. I don't want to go to sleep. I'm definitely feeling sleepy vibes.
I don't know. Never heard of them.
Listening on the show. They say don't trip. I heard they hit too. They say don't trip. 21 and up. Fucking fucking. Oh my god, there's one big one. There's one big one. It's regular gummy. Ooh, smash song. It did not crush in my teeth like it was in my hand. It got in my mouth and just started melt. Like, damn. So in the world of edibles, it's not that bad. I done had edibles that leave that residue in your mouth. Mm-hmm. They're disgusting. They taste like the hash. They taste like that bad. All right. Well, you know my metabolism burn fast. It don't be taking me long to burn. We'll let that kick in, and we'll see where this goes. We'll see what the fuck I got to say after about 30, 45 minutes. So now you got to stay tuned. Everybody that's watching, you got to stay tuned. Drop a like, comment, share. Let us know you love us. I'm going to roll one up. Fuck it. We ain't doing nothing else. We kicking it. I'll roll one up. We'll try to keep from falling asleep. Y'all know me. I done fell asleep on about 3 of live. I'm constantly working. I get like good 3, 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep a night. And after that, done. So, like when my body says it's time to go to sleep, I'm gone. I'm a knockout, no matter where I'm at. I can fall asleep anywhere. I was in the military, bro. I fell asleep in the cargo bay of planes. Fell asleep outside, you name it. Outside, you name it. Fell asleep on boats, rocking boats and storms and shit. Good time. Build character. My folks who know, they know. They definitely be having folks here though. If I could go back, if I had known then what I know now, I heard that song. Man, that was a good song, man. I wish that I knew what I know now. And when I was younger, that song hit me. I let it play like 3-4 times in a row, no cap. I ain't even turn it off. What about Faces? I think it's about Faces, something like that. I wish that I knew what I know now. Make me some more money. Start spending. So it's not even a aspect of like just making more money. Knowing what to do with it was the problem. A lot of times in life we just spend money on our wants, our impulses, like oh, I can't take it with me, or I can't. Yeah, but like in 4 or 5 years, when you want to start buying a house, you should have savings. I will admit that's one of the places where I fucked up in life. We getting there though. We're starting to change all that. Brick by brick, little by little, we getting inspired by people like y'all who listening. We get inspired by people like y'all. Because y'all out here doing it. Y'all out here living life. Y'all out here doing life. We doing it with y'all. We doing it with y'all. I love watching y'all grow. I hope that, when it comes to spirituality and the spiritual growth in general, your age don't matter. Your age don't matter. And anybody can become a teacher. Everybody is a student. Everybody is a student. Anybody can become a teacher. And I mean, you're teaching the right shit. I mean, you're teaching things for the right reason. Anybody can become a teacher. Everybody is a student. Nobody knows it. Everybody could learn from somebody else. Hope y'all can hear me good on this mic. If you can't hear me, let me know in the comment section. Whatever you watching. At this point, I'm starting to just go into my zen now. I'm just gonna start ranting on y'all now. Don't nobody come to me. Right there.
Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily true if the person doesn't want to be.
We got my butt Monday. Get ready to come on stage. What was you saying, Kat?
I was saying that she said usually helping people helps you, which it does. But at the same time, if the person doesn't want to be helped and is continuing to drain you, then who's it really helping? That's why I say you can't. Not everybody wants to be helped.
True.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Buddy. What up, my boy?
Shit. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Turn my shit up a little bit and I can hear you just fine.
Caught a little bit. I was trying to catch everything. I've been on the move, man. Being a fucking dad. Getting shit done.
We've been chilling, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing really going on.
I caught a little bit of what's his name? Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a little bit what y'all was talking about with him.
Yeah, Tony real deep. Tony Reed. Tony Reed.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. I'll send a book to Tony, have him read it, and then have him explain to me what the book was about.
Yeah.
So I get you. But Tony Reed, man, he just download the book. I think he just touched the book and then download all the information out of it. And then, he go about his day like he needs to. I love you, Casper, bro. I'm not mean to my dog. You see how he just be shoving himself into space, though? Like, he's so damn demanding. Like, I'm not like that. Look at him. So, say what's up. You look up there. You want camera. We just been kicking it though, bro.
Yeah, I've been seeing. Trying to get all these settings and stuff straight. Shit. Hell, I was starting to think I wasn't going to even be able to come on. Hell, I probably won't be on here but a little bit.
You good? We won't be on here long either. I ain't planning on like doing a long live thing. We just had to go. We had to go up. We had to drop something.
Yeah, had to.
We're gonna get our schedules back right.
Shit, my work schedule is all over the fucking place right now.
Yeah, we gotta settle. We gotta settle from the fucking blessings we received recently. You gotta let that shit settle and let the energy kind of just, you know what I'm saying, get on a regular cycle back into where you can make a schedule again.
Mm-hmm.
And once we do that, then we can attack this again on a set basis. Until then, we'll just keep doing these ragtag meetups, bro. Because at least they get the content. At least we're still getting it out there. I got people every day asking me to come on the show.
Yeah, I feel you. There's a lot more people are talking about it and asking about, hey, when you going live again? What y'all talking about this week and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely see y'all. We definitely appreciate y'all. I'm committed. I'm committed. No matter where I'm at, no matter what's going on, I am going to go get some content for people. I'm doing it. This for real.
That's what you want to be doing, bro, podcasting?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, I wish I got paid for this. Like, I wish, damn, it will be. We will. It ain't even a question. It's a full moon tonight. I'm not questioning shit. For the rest of the night, I'm not questioning shit. I either know or I don't know. And I know for a fact, this is my job. This is my fucking dream job. To sit here and kick it with y'all ass, to kick the shit, and just enjoy the experiences we done went through in life and to be able to come together and talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that I told myself I'm not going to talk about over here. But the more and more I do it, the more and more I'm like, why not, bro? Because I'm putting myself out there. I'm doing what a lot of people do. So this is my job. This is what I do. And I'm nothing like Adam 22. You could be like him too. He don't care either. He put himself out there. See what my boy do. Good.
Hell yeah.
I ran again. My bad, D. My bad.
What you mean you rambling? What you talking about?
What we were talking about? Just rambling again.
I'm chilling. Shit. How's work been for you? Your promotion and stuff?
She's good, man.
Shit.
I think I got like two. I got two checks after the raise, and fucking, I ain't no complaints. As long as I ain't no complaints. Just been working hard, trying to manifest what I got on my mental, what I'm trying to bring in.
Did your schedule change up any? How much did your schedule change up with that?
You say how much what?
How much did your schedule change up with your new position and stuff?
Oh, none. My schedule's straight. My schedule's still the same. Everything's still the same. Oh well, only thing that's fucking different is I'm working Fridays and shit. Working like half days on Fridays and shit, like I did today. That's the only thing. They definitely trying to get us. They definitely trying to push us into a fucking steady ass work cycle. Going into the house.
That's what I had just told somebody. I can't remember who it was I told, but I was just like, it just seems like every time shit's getting to that point, they be like, oh, here's a raise, here's a promotion, let's try to reel you back in.
Well, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to me. But if I had time to know, it was time for me to get a raise.
I was so bright last night. Hell, I thought it was a full moon last night. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was the one right before, wasn't it? Wax and Globus.
Yeah. Damn, his phone been dead all day. I've been all over fucking Greenwood, I feel like.
It's all right. That's something.
Y'all had going whenever I came in, though.
I just took some mushroom extract gummies.
Word.
And now what I'm over trying to figure out if I'm about to die. Now I got the hiccups. I'm coughing.
You said mushroom extract gummies?
Yeah.
Where'd you get them from? Never mind.
Yeah. Got from a man with a horse.
I feel you. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust little stuff like that. Especially, bro, because, man, some of these little young kids that tell me about some of the shit they be having in these vape stores that be selling, some of this shit just be fucking crazy, bro. Like, I don't know.
This motherfucker said pineapple starship on it, so I had to figure out how high it was.
I feel you.
I had to. How long ago was I took that?
I just keep my shit dry.
Here we go. Here we go, D. You done tripped with me.
Huh?
Say, here we go. You done tripped with me before. That's the deep philosophical questions. Man, foot long meal for $8.99. I've been saving this motherfucker up. Subway, fucking Subway. Went there the other day. Dude in there, like he had a fucking attitude, like he didn't want to fix my sandwich. That was, and all I did was walk there. I walked there peacefully. All I was like, I was explaining what the sandwich I wanted. And from the moment I started explaining what I wanted a sandwich, he like moving slow and had the hard.
Where you said you had went to?
Subway.
Ah.
Fuck some Subway. I still fuck with Subway. But
I feel you. I haven't been to Subway. It's been a minute for me.
You look at me like that. Just make the sandwich.
Ain't it? That's what you paid. That's what you get paid to do.
I hate when somebody at a fast food place get upset before you even did anything to make them upset.
Yeah.
They just mad that they drop.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't really give a fuck. Because I know I rant when I get mad or I hate my job. So ain't no way I can be fast food. That shit is window work.
I feel you.
Nah.
That's where my job is. That's where shit get complicated for me because I hate dealing with the public and I got to deal with the public.
Yeah, but now you do it, so yeah, so you have the capacity, ability to do this.
I don't know. That's all
You
right.
do though. You don't want to accept it, but you do.
That's not
You
a.
do it
I make myself.
where
I have no choice.
it probably is forced, like hate, like not hateful.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not forced.
it's forced. Yeah.
Shit.
I've been trying to do things I love, like all I love. I don't got no hate for nobody. Only thing that knocks me out of all of it is the amount of work I have.
Yeah.
That right there is what knocked me. Then I start complaining in my head. And then eventually the complaints get manifested into physical outbursts, straight up. Me, physical outbursts. I start dropping shit. I start throwing shit. I start using the F word a lot. For real, I'm tell y'all me. That's the captain. I fucking start. Yeah, I start fucking cycling through. Especially, you know you fucking up when you cycling hateful thoughts over and over and over. Yeah, it's time to go outside and breathe. Just feed on. That's what I have to do.
That's a
I
fact.
be feeling that. Definitely be feeling.
So you said those gummies had how much in them?
700 milligrams of mushroom extract.
Let me know how them is for you. Y'all did them together?
Nah, it was just one in the pack. One big ass gummy.
One in the pack?
Yeah, just one big ass gummy.
Damn.
It was like $6.
Damn.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I ain't never scared.
I haven't hit no flour all day. That's what I'm doing right now.
He
KO last night early. Been at the DMV all fucking day. Bro, I fucking hate the DMV. I swear to God.
Damn.
I swear to God, I hate the DMV.
I got to go, man. I'm glad you said this. I gotta go, man. I owe the boys some money too.
You said you owe the boys some money.
Mm-hmm.
What boys you owe some money?
DMV?
Oh, hell. Yeah, shit. I think I finally got everything squared away, bro. Fuck. God damn. Shit been a long time coming, man.
Good, bro. Glad. You've been putting in work. You're receiving this shit. Man. It ain't over yet. It's just getting started, too.
Yep. That's a fact. Damn lighter. Oh, shit.
I was focusing, looking for my next move. Not trying to be comfortable. Now that I'm comfortable where I'm at, I'm trying to go get uncomfortable again. Really help. I'm trying to force myself to learn some moments. That's true progression.
Shit.
Here, cat, you got it, cat. Cat be sitting back here, baked, bro. Bro, cat, you got it. You indeed got it.
What's up, cat?
I just feel like this full moon really does have like everything out the fucking whack, like even more.
Shit, it was so bright out last night when I took my dogs out. I thought it was a
I
full.
was driving and I looked up in the sky and I was like, damn.
I took a picture. I couldn't even see the moon itself, so I thought it was a full moon just because it was so bright. It was so cloudy.
Right.
That shit was crazy. But I'm ready for tonight, though. I slept so good. That might have been why, because it wasn't quite full yet. That's why I slept so good. Slept hard as fuck. Long as shit. I was tired as fuck anyway. What do you think about what Tony was talking about?
I think I got to hear a little bit of what he was speaking about before we went live too, and he's speaking real shit, and I was sympathizing with what he was talking about, like he was talking directly to me.
I was trying to make it in to catch him. Actually, I was trying to catch some of the conversation. I'm gonna have to look back and catch the whole thing.
I think he said he was gonna try to come back home
Today.
Hmm.
I heard. Feel like he was in his car or something. Shit. You ever meditated on a full moon? You gonna try to tonight?
I am. I got a lot of, I guess, goals that I've set for myself over the past few weeks. I feel like now is the time.
I meditated that last full moon we had, and it was a super moon in Pisces as well. So I'm a Pisces, and like so many of the planets was in retrograde. That was like crazy ass experience for me. Like,
I had a tarot reading done on the last one we had.
yeah. How'd that go for you?
Again, just spot the fuck on, and it ties back into what's going on here now. Like, just really need to open my mind and shut out the bullshit,
Distractions.
ground myself again, because I went a little bit in the la la land.
Well, that big slab of tiger's eye that I had in my front room, you picked it up last week. Did
Right.
you feel any of the energy coming from it?
I did.
That's like whenever I need to ground, I walk around holding that like that slab of tiger eye. It's really nice. Like the energy it gives off.
Sound great.
Yeah. What's your plans for the night, Kyle?
What's up?
So, what's your plans for this full moon tonight?
I was gonna go buy a candle or two, burn some candles. Still can. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna write down things I want to release, because we're releasing things during this full moon. So I'm probably gonna write down some things I'm trying to release and let those things probably straight. You got things going left go. Tonight's the night to do it. Tonight it's about letting things go. What up, Aaron?
What's up, Aaron?
See you.
Just got in here. I just got in here myself.
Yeah, I was just gonna focus on letting things go.
Aaron says she's going to do a burn release.
Yeah,
Those are always nice. I remember we did that one burn release out in Donald's. Aaron, that was nice. That was like the first one I ever done before. It like kind of changed a bunch of different things for me.
but
Yeah, that was great. We had a bunch of people at that thing actually. It was a bunch. It was a bigger turnout than I thought it would be.
what y'all do? What was that?
It was a burn release at a shop in Donald's in Stone Grove.
What's a burn release? Like it's a big group
It's
release.
like pretty much like what you said tonight, like you're gonna do tonight with this full moon. Like, you know, it's setting expectations, goals, things you want to release and let go of. You know what I'm saying? And we wrote them down and tossed them in the fire, burn them, and let them release. And I like to stare at stuff as it burns.
That's dope.
Completely
That's
burn
dope. I do that tonight.
inside of me while I'm watching it burn. Wasn't that the start of a solstice too? Aaron, I can't remember.
Oh, so that sounds dope too. How they play the drum, the frequencies from every hit of the drum, hitting your insides, your body, healing every cell as the waves travel through the cell. That's fine. Music heals. You know that.
Music is everything, really.
Definitely heals. That was me and Cat over here doing vibing the music before we went live.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of my favorite hits playing. And then she was designing some Nada rap. She was in there
Where
whipping some stuff up from her mind's eye. That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. Okay. So, shit. I've been fucking working, trying to get catch up sleep, bro. Wow.
I'm probably muffled because I got my head down.
Huh?
Erin, she can't hear me very muffled. So I'm probably muffled because I got my head down.
What's up, Aaron? How are you today?
I also don't got my mic plugged up because me and her neither have headphones, so
Yeah.
I'm going out the camera mic.
Shit. Cat said that guy might be coming back on.
Yeah, he said he might. I don't know if he will or not. He was that's one of the guys I served with. He real tuned in, but he's tuned in and the information of like like I said, he's an open book.
Yeah.
As he talk, it sounds like he's reading. I love that. His vocabulary is very well pronounced. Big facts. But definitely gonna be coming back.
How long you know him? Y'all just got linked up this week or what?
Nah, I started with him in the
Ah,
military.
word.
Yeah, we'll go back to like 2015, 2016, something like that.
Word. Shit.
No, yeah, we had already said I'm doing a burn too, or some sort. I need to go. I need some stuff. I'm supposed to be, but I definitely wanted to hop on live first. See what's up. So the family.
Yeah, I had to definitely. I was making, bro. I had to get my kids settled in and get everybody settled in before I could just hop in and have a little bit of time to hop on. I could not speak.
I'm just living life, bro. Like that's why I said no rush. You ain't have to rush. Hop on here. Still got a little time. Keep it.
It was
There's no rush. This ain't anytime we not together in the High Learning Studio, it's not an official episode. It's an episode. I don't know. It ain't the same. It don't hit the same. Like not being there. You see how I got the energy. Not being there, it still ain't like it usually is. When I got the whole headset on and the mic and the lights is going.
shit. Yeah. Trying to make sure y'all can hear me.
But we still gonna get the message out though. Whatever it may be. Sit chill with y'all a couple hours. Leave video up.
So, what's some strange things that happened to y'all this week that made you think? Could have been something like that's some strange things that connected with you spiritually, or this journey that we're on right now.
Man, so many strange things happen to me all day. Like, I don't even view them as strange no more. I'm trying to think. Like, nothing that particularly like jumped out this week. Just the normal like tones and synchronicities.
I feel like I stepped a little bit more
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
this week.
I was saying, I was doing some research on tarot cards, and I was writing down the information in the book. And when I got to the last card, it ended up on the first page, and the meaning of the card resonated with currently what's going on in my life. So I kind of felt like there was somebody giving me a sign, like to pay attention to. It kind of put me in this weird state of mind, like I felt like I was being added. It felt real, like very real.
I'm gonna tell you, I get, and that's why earlier this on me reply, I get downloads, synchronicities, and codes through the internet all the time. I think it's because in my reality, my 3D body is so was like raised on the internet and fucking that was a big part of my life was my internet presence. I think my experience of my experience of the spiritual connects heavily with the internet. Because a lot of times, like she said, I'll go to click on something and it'll swipe and totally scroll to something different or change the page to something different, but it'll land on something that resonates. You can't help but there are no coincidences. So, yeah, that happens to me a lot. Like, I find most of my guides and mentors through the internet. And how I know they end up like they are my guides or mentors is if I run into them or get a hold of them and we talk in person and we resonate, and they're like, "Yeah, man, call me anytime," and I know like it happened that way on purpose. I've been led to a few because in my environment where I work and where I live at, I didn't have the influences I needed to rise, to go to the next level. And the angels always watching, so they'll move people. If somebody will come in on your status, or you'll see somebody write a status out, and it's something that resonates with you, they guide you. Especially if it's hit after hit. If it's post after post or something like that. Definitely speaking. They're being spoken through to you. So, if anything weird or anything stood out this week, I guess I found another mentor that I like talking to. Found another mentor that got a lot of insight from a whole different perspective I never thought of. And they helped me get more insight.
Yeah. Shit, that's good, bro. Hell yeah. Establishing those connections.
Yeah, facts. And I love it when they just come, when they just pop up. I love it when genuine, real people just enter into your life out of nowhere. You didn't have to work for it. Y'all didn't have to establish whether y'all were real or not. I mean, it's just a vibe. Just, everybody in here right now, everybody in this collective right now. Everybody in this collective. Real with themselves, they honest, they on their journey. I can build it.
Conquering this motherfucking journey. Trying to anyway.
You are a king. You are conquering this. And nobody ever did it like you, and nobody ever gonna do it like you. Do it the way it needs to be done because that's your reality.
Yeah. Everybody got to do it the way they do it. Everybody got to learn to move how they move. And some people, you got to even learn how they are meant to move. Stay in your own lane, man.
Right. Damn, I want to speak on that so much earlier, but if I do, I'd be exposed and shit.
What you mean?
But it's certain shit I can't do. It's certain shit that's just not for me. I wish it was for me, but it ain't. And I know that. So it's not like jealousy or nothing, or fucking envy or hate or nothing. It's just like, damn, that's tight. I'm so glad you got at least somebody give money like that. It's like, I gotta do it this way. I got these abilities. I got these specialties that hit like a motherfucker. So I'm focused on my own work.
You said you focused on your own what now?
On homework.
Word. Oh yeah. So I've been working on focused on my own shadow work, man, and pulling out everything, every negative or bad thing I would feel is a bad thing. Just conquering that shit. Like I've been, even trying to conquer the situation I got with my daughter's mom, all types of stuff. Like, I'm knocking everything out, bro. Fuck it, it's been a hell of a week for me.
What the last thing you said?
Huh?
What's the last thing you said?
I said I've been pulling out everything this week. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I was comfortable. I was comfortable when I was on vacation last week. I was comfortable last week. I stayed comfortable that whole time. And then like this week, it's time to get out of comfort. Like you had said, you're trying to get out of comfort zone. It's time to get out of comfort zone and then make that uncomfort comfort. Then we go on to the next one. Fuck it.
Yeah. Exactly. Like lifting weights. Like, if you comfortable lifting the weight, man, you ain't doing no more work. So then boom, you start some more plates on there. Now that shit heavy. Now you doing work.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gonna start going again. As soon as that shit get light again, you not doing no work.
See, like that's one of my flaws when it comes to all this shit. I get to a point where I kind of fall back from socializing whenever I get to working on myself and stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's like I be telling some people, like, if you know, like it ain't nothing personal or nothing like that. Whenever I'm kind of standoffish or whatever, but I got stuff I'm working on, and you will know whenever I'm done with my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate pulling people into situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but they gotta choose to want to come into that situation.
I feel you.
Like, yeah, if they just like let the feelings and emotions be that and let them go, like we should be, and what you got going on will affect them. They'll just be there for you. They'll be there to listen, counsel, and counsel, and then they just let it go. That's all I can really think to respond to that. It's like homies come to you, and then they just be needing advice, just to fucking chill. Just give them. Like me, I don't even. If you come to me with a problem, we're not gonna talk about the problem until you're ready, and then we're not gonna keep talking about the problem as you want to. Otherwise, I've been there, ran it off, and started listening to people or something else to change it up. Because I transmute energy. I'm real good at that. I'm real good at transmuting energy. Getting better and better. So I'm gonna transmute your energy. I'm not gonna sit there and eat it. We gotta break out of that shit. Yeah, I guess that's a lesson I'm learning this week. Y'all want a lesson from me? I'm learning this week. I'm learning to not be other people's negative.
Be other people's what?
Be other people's negative energy. So like when they constantly, like when they attack you with the negative, just transmute that shit. Turn it back into love. Turn it back into love. You a fucking motherfucker until them straight out love you. They're like, what? Like they was just on some high shit, but I love you. Yeah, they whole demeanor change. They can't even be mad no more. They literally cannot be mad. You sit there telling you love you. And just stand on that shit too. I love you. That's all it is to me. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to.
I ain't gonna argue with you either. I'm gonna ignore the hell out of you.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna think about this. Yeah, like I'm not gonna think about this after this interaction is over. I'm not even gonna think about it.
Why did that bother him that much?
You said right now?
I said they walk away from that shit thinking like, how can he not be that bothered by this shit?
They be bothered. They don't even be thinking like that. They like, who the fuck is he?
As soon as they think that, they're bothered. As soon as they think that, they don't even realize that you already did. You already playing. You're playing psychological warfare. Not even psychological warfare, but the tables have to turn because they bothered.
Yeah. Because I done definitely been on that end of the stick. I done been the one like aggressive or mad or trying to get a fucking point across and shit. And then the other person's just like, I'm not even gonna argue with you, and they walk off. They frustrate me more, yeah, and they frustrate the fuck out of me. Yo, my last relationship was like I would be so fucking stressed out, but I'd be like telling my person like, this is the issue, this is why I feel like this is what's going on. And then their response is just be like whatever, or no words at all. Yeah. And I would instantly let it get to me. Instantly. Yo, like say something. Like, but as I started to progress, I started to learn I can't. That's the like trying to get to the point. Yeah. So I just got okay, man. You want to bring your silence? That's cool. I gotta be cool with your silence. I feel you. And that's not saying like to not fix it. That's not saying silence and not fix it. It's just if you need that moment. Because I'm not the need the moment type person. I'm the like anytime at all times. If you need it, I got it type person. So like you asking me questions or something, I got answers for you right now. But you know, some people I've come to learn now, they need time to form their response. So I had to learn patience. I had to learn to let them have that time to form a response, because I'll get a better response rather than being to me. Get hot right off the. I gotta be motivation. I gotta be something. Take the negative thoughts you got, negative energy, getting, especially because of someone else's action. I know a lot of people like you control your own actions, but I think you do get mad when someone else's actions are in line with your morals and values. The moment somebody do something that makes you mad, you should start transmuting their energy. Like thinking of what helps me a lot is the whole you thing. That helps me a lot. The whole what's the word I'm looking for? Like mindset or illusion or mythology that the person you be is just another version of you. And one day, either during your death or after you're dead already, you'll see yourself through their eyes and you'll feel what they felt at the time y'all were interacting. You ever heard of that shit before? Yeah. Yeah. That helps me move better a lot. Move better with people. Like I said earlier, move better with my pet companion, dog. It helps me, I don't know, just round out, mellow out, vibe with people more. Because I don't want to be the guy that's like always angry, always upset. Always anxiety out. Always got anxiety. Chill. So I put myself in a chill state. That's what we got to do.
Gotta stay in that chill state. I mean, it's not a necessary to stay in chill. Everybody had a moment. So.
Yeah. You might definitely have a moment where you go off. Sometimes you just gotta go off. If you're in a situation where it's time for you to stand up for yourself and go off, go off. Just speak the truth. Speak to her like a brother. Exactly. Be safe though. Be safe. If you're in a situation where you're an abusive person, bro, and you know certain things trigger them, get out of that situation first. And then tell them how you feel emotionally. I still stand on that. You know, because I don't condone abuse, physical abuse, mental, emotional, no kind of abuse. Communication is everything. There shouldn't be no hands put on each other, especially domestic. There should be no hands put on each other. There ain't no reason to destroy like that.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Not nobody claim love, especially.
Yeah. Shit gets like that. Shit be fucked up, and like a lot of people like that situation. That seem like, or like, I'm not gonna say like it, but like a lot of people can't help but to have that energy for some reason. Like I don't know, like, that shit be crazy. And then it's like sometimes, or half the time, I'd even say most of the time, they don't even realize how they be in it. Seem like, and then it just makes you feel like you're crazy or some shit. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know. Like, people are strange. Everybody's strange, but I don't know. It's like sometimes it's not even a carrying bone in some of these people's bodies. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've witnessed that a lot this week too. People that don't even have like caring moments, like understand what caring is, but they be the first one to like need somebody to care for them. Ain't that crazy? The ones who don't care for anybody, the ones who first need somebody to care for them. Yeah. Oh shit. That's it, man. That's all I got for today. I don't really got much. I don't got much energy for that. That's for
Shit, I had to show my face, man. Could not hop on. Shit, I was sitting there like, damn.
yeah, you good.
I tried to catch Tony. That's what I really tried to catch. Because I had got a little bit piece of the conversation that y'all was having with him, and I was like, it intrigued me a good bit. That's why I asked you how long had you known him.
Oh yeah, I know. I talk to him every other day. And that's why he been like debating whether he wanted to start releasing and talking to people out loud.
Yeah.
And I told him the other day, I was just like, man, just take a leap of faith, bro. Just jump, just do it.
Yeah.
And today he called me. We was talking on the phone. Sitting here, it was me, her, and him. And I was like, well, all we need is D and we podcast. So then I was like, boom, we'll make it happen. So I made it happen. He definitely will be back. We'll get him back. Right there with the Lord.
Hell yeah. This week has been like one sound wave up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I feel like I'm in a frequency, like literally. This shit's been crazy.
Yeah, I feel that. I think it's supposed to be like that. I think like it's just like wavy ass energy going.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm trying to align with my life purpose. Like I know it ain't where I'm working at. I know where I work at ain't where I'm going to really be Just know it's not. It's not my life, man. It's not my life. You got them the same things. So I'm trying to take a leap of faith myself. I'm trying to find what that leap is safely.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to jump off. Be out here. Thank you.
See, it's like with mine, bro. Like, I love making beats. I love the whole thing and process of like the tedious processes of making beats. But it's like the more and more I work around music, the more and more I realize, well, maybe making beats isn't what it is. Maybe it's me being an engineer, a recording engineer, or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you just have to, as long as you're around what you feel is right, certain things will come in. Like there'll be other aspects of that thing that you might be better in, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But like, I don't know. You just gotta see. And it takes stepping outside of that box at the end of the day too and getting uncomfortable, like we was just talking about too. A lot of people are afraid to get uncomfortable. A lot of people like to stick to the norm and what they know.
I have to be careful. I jump too far.
You say you jump what?
Yeah, should I be thinking? Come on now.
Huh?
I'll be ready to tell everything and go back. I've said it all the time. No idea. Right? But I don't know. Don't count me out, bro. 10, 15 years from now, bro, I might fuck around and just do it on that. Do it and start walking. But definitely gotta find that alignment. And what the hell you had just said? Because I was gonna repeat that.
What's up?
I was gonna repeat whatever you had just said, but I can't remember.
Oh shit.
I was gonna piggyback off what you said.
About people stepping outside and getting uncomfortable, I mean?
Yeah. Find your alignment and step outside yourself. I fall asleep on y'all. Damn, maybe next week, bro. We're down. Nah, wait, what's going on next week?
Matter of fact. Oh yeah, next weekend I'm going to the mountains.
Yeah, next week you're doing that.
I'll be getting back Sunday, so that Saturday I'll be out of town. 7th.
That'll be another dope episode.
Yeah, that 7th though, that Saturday is actually my son's birthday, so we'll see how it goes when we get in on, or if we try Friday the 6th again. We try Friday again. I don't know, but I definitely want to do something outside there while I'm up there.
We'll get it figured out. I got you during the week. I just don't want to sit on here too long this time. We already at the 2 hour mark. You go hop back and listen to Tony now, man.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that.
I'll have him back on the next podcast, so you get me.
I need him definitely. Shit, y'all about to be kicking it?
Yeah, what you doing? Yeah, we'll probably be kicking it. I'll throw some music back on, chill.
Or you said you had already ate that thing?
Yeah, I already ate.
How you feeling?
I'm chilling. I'm definitely chilling. Like,
you had stuff.
If I stand up and start moving around, I'll feel better. But if I just sit here, I'm starting to get sleepy.
You said you started to get sleepy just sitting there?
Yeah, if I'm just sitting here, I'm starting to get sleepy. But that's why I'm trying to, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start moving around. And I think I'm going to start feeling better. Like, energetic. Because I still feel it, but it's like my eyes getting real heavy. My eyes getting real heavy.
You took something too, Cat?
Can't
I'm just tired of that bitch.
yeah, just chilling, man. She just a co-pilot.
Shit. I got the dry boys, man. We try to plan a day for us all to do the bitches. For sure.
Yeah, bro. The moment you get a chance, you know my weekends free for the most part. Yeah. The moment you get a chance, do that. Do that. I was telling her earlier before we went live, she already like starting to loosen up a little bit more. The more she hang with us, the more she'll just loosen up. And just fucking be herself.
Shit. Hell yeah. Shit. I would have brought the puppy in the cam.
Oh man, you got him with you, bro. I'll stay home. You want me to stay home?
Huh?
I'll stay home.
Oh no, we should shit. But I mean, we can cut it.
Yeah, shit, I could just leave it running. Like,
Nah, it's straight. It's straight. What? I mean,
I done fell asleep on like 2 hours.
hell yeah.
I tell you, that boy be exhausted until I drop though. I can't take that time. Until I drop.
I had to drop in, man. I couldn't just not show my face.
Oh yeah, nah, you could. I'm so glad you did. It was getting hard though.
Oh yeah.
Ain't gonna lie. It was getting hard though. I came here with no topics, nothing. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
I started going circles a little bit.
Hell yeah. But shit, oh, man, we can close it there.
All right, man. We're gonna lead the episode. This like episode 7 to 3. We'll come back and we'll really jump in. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. This could be like an
except in release.
interlude or something.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
So I'll go get some notes prepared for episode 7.5.
Hell yeah.
See what that full moon will be.
But shit, man, I'm gonna hop off out here.
All right, bro.
Y'all be safe, man.
One love, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.